Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Don't buy me a casket, though, okay?
You don't want a Costco casket?
Well, you could be cremated.
Oh, they have urns at Costco, too.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. They do.
It's a one-stop shop.
Welcome to the Rom-Com Rewind podcast.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Devin.
And like you, I love rewatching movies over and over again.
You made it here. You love romantic comedies. We do as well.
So this is a show where we rewatch rom-coms, break them down a bit for you, maybe take a peek behind the curtain, dig beneath the surface, and decide, does it still hold up?
Today we have
Employee of the Month.
And if you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever, there's probably like a subscribe or follow button or something, or a bell icon, something that tells you when we have new episodes. Also, a great way for new people to find us is by leaving a review. So if you, listening right now, have never reviewed us before, please do. Unless you're going to give us less than 5 stars, then take some time, think it over. We have a new Apple Podcast.
Yes, we do. This one is from Andy. 5 stars all the way. My podcast library consists of mostly true crime stuff, all but one. Rom-Com Rewind. I love this podcast, and it's all because of Sarah and Devin. I look forward to every Tuesday and hearing what they are going to do next. Highly recommend. I tried another similar podcast, but the host just didn't have the energy and the play off of each other like these two do. Keep it up, you two, and congratulations on your new baby boy. Thank you so much, Andy.
I like that Andy's like, here are my interests. Murderous, dark alleyways, romantic comedies, but mostly just the dark stuff. She's like, I only do true crime and the rom-com rewind. Hey, you know what? Whatever your interests are, I don't care.
Yeah.
If you listen to us, cool.
Thank you so much.
Great.
I'm so happy that, everyone listens.
I have no problem being paired with serial killers. It's fine. As long as you listen, that's good.
Hey, true crime is a real big genre, and the fact that we can find a spot in someone's podcast love, I love that.
If you have friends
I am happy about
who like true crime,
really.
Throw this at them like, hey, I know somebody named Andy, also likes true crime, weirdly likes the rom-com rewind as well.
I love it.
We're down for all interests here.
I'm very, very pleased.
Employee of the Month is a 2006 rom-com directed by Greg Coolidge. It's the story of Zach Bradley, played by Dane Cook. Zach works at a super club, which is basically just like a Costco, is the vibe we get.
Yeah.
He's your classic bottom-of-the-barrel slacker. He's a box boy. He spends most of his work days finding ways not to work, and he even has a hideout in the store with his 3 friends, Iqbal, Dirk, and Russell. This tradition of overall apathy towards work changes when a new cashier, Amy, joins the team. Amy is played by Jessica Simpson. Here's the catch now. Zach finds that in her employee file, it says that Amy only ever goes for the Employee of the Month. And at this specific super club, for the past 17 months, that honor has been owned by Vince, played by Dax Shepard. Vince is your quintessential, easily dislikable, D-bag, overconfident, kind of weird bad guy of the movie. And that's kind of the story. It's Zach choosing to actually apply himself at work to win Employee of the Month, and as well Amy's heart along with it, while Vince, being the ultimate antagonist, tries to stop that from happening.
They're lazy.
You have no idea how much planning and energy it takes to keep such a low profile.
A little slow.
Are you staring at my breasts?
I don't know.
And get no respect.
All right! A new cashier's joining the team.
I'm Amy.
Hey.
I see you've met Zach. He's one of our box boys. Chicks always go after the alpha male like a Discovery Channel sex blaster.
You make the movie sound really good.
It is... okay.
It is not my fave. It's a very easy watch. Like, I will say. Like, super easy. Put in the background. It's very easy to watch it. Some funny parts, but personally, not my fave. I found it too... almost like they're trying too hard, I think. If that makes sense.
It's a movie about a Costco, Sarah.
Yeah.
You think it's trying too hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I think it's trying too hard to be funny.
Okay.
This was around the height of like Dane Cook, like
Mania.
Yeah, I guess.
Dania.
And I think they're trying to do a bit of like an Adam Sandler vibe where they have a whole movie cast be like the Friends, or like in this case be a cast of comedians minus Jessica Simpson, who, you know, looking back and watching this again, is not a strong actress.
No, and we do get that where like musicians or celebrities
God.
try to jump into
Yeah.
like Paris Hilton wasn't a good actress. Did we put her in some stupid stuff? Yeah, sure. She had like a weird DJ career where like I guess it makes sense, but it really didn't. Same with Jessica Simpson. Her acting was
Yeah, she did
average.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard, this, probably a couple other things.
Yeah, and
she had a reality show.
and all around this time too, and then it kind of fizzled out.
I actually liked it.
Of course you did.
Here's the thing.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm going to disagree with most of what you said. I thought it was a surprisingly pleasant watch.
Oh my God. In what way though?
We did Good Luck Chuck not long ago.
Yeah.
And that movie I thought did not age well. And
No,
we
it
talked about
didn't.
that on the pod.
No, yeah, correct.
I was expecting the same thing walking into this, and I thought it actually was pretty good. The jokes age a lot better. I do agree with you. Don't pay too much attention to the story because you'll notice a lot of holes in the story
So
if
many.
you do. But it's funny. It's easy. I would agree with you. I think it's a great, like, this is a weird way to describe it, but like it's a good airplane watch. If you're like on a plane,
Oh, it is
got
a
like
good
a 3-hour
airplane watch.
flight, and you're like, shit, I don't know. What do they have? Oh, Employee of the Month. Easy.
That is a good
It's very easy.
airplane watch. But is that a good thing? Like being a movie that's good to watch on airplanes for the 3 hours that you're on the flight, like is that a good like niche market to hit? Like is
Yeah,
that what you want to go for when you're
You know, another
Yeah.
niche market I think it hits, Sarah. I think it's like my in-laws are in town and I have no effing idea how to entertain them. Throw on
Yeah.
Employee of the Month. It's a good, easy watch. You know, like there are certain movies that are just like that. My stepdad loves watching the movie Sniper with Mark Wahlberg. I don't know why. He's watched it like 15 times. It's not great cinema, but it's just exciting enough that it enthuses him. I will add an asterisk.
okay.
If you are a fan of the sitcom Superstore,
Oh God, I love that show.
Employee of the Month walked so Superstore could run. Superstore has
Oh my
much
God.
better comedic timing.
Can't.
Does that make sense to you though?
Oh,
as a
it
fan of that
does.
show?
Like I absolutely love America Ferrera, and I love everyone in that show. And the funny part is I briefly thought about it while I was watching this. I was
Right.
like, the store manager's name is Glenn. I wonder if they got the store manager's name Glenn for Superstore from this one.
And he's also kind of a hack, a little bit incompetent, you know.
Oh my God.
There are a lot of little tiny moments in this movie that I think Employee of the Month didn't necessarily nail, but it was still funny.
Yeah.
That Superstore saw and they're like, I know how to make this funny. And they did. So if you like Superstore, you'll
Yeah.
probably enjoy this, but just know it's not a finished product, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like Superstore is like 100 times better. But yes, it's along the same vein. I get it. I appreciate your thought process going down that lane. So the movie opens with Zach. He likes to cause one employee in particular a problem. So that's Dax Shepard's character, Vince, which is funny. Like I have to admit, like it is funny the things that he does to Vince throughout the movie. Vince has got an employee, like you've said, Employee of the Month 17 times in a row, and he's going for the record of 18 months in a row. And with that, he wins a Chevy Malibu, like circa 1999.
Yeah.
In this awful taupe color. It's awful. I think there's still like, anyway, yeah. Like I feel like the company would make it so that you wouldn't ever win 18 in a row.
Hey,
Like,
Glenn, don't give it to him this month.
right. Like it's very simple.
Very simple.
There's no way that anyway, whatever. Yeah, Vince is a douche. Zach is I don't know. He just like doesn't care.
Too cool for school.
Too cool for school with his friends and his posse and whatever.
Classic Dane Cook character.
Totally. Oh my God, totally. And he's a box boy. That's his role at the store.
That's right. But we never actually really see him doing
anything.
the job. Yeah.
No, he doesn't do anything. He cuts a hole in one of the toys that is in a box. That's basically it. That's the yeah. So Amy is the new cashier that comes to their store. She transferred from another store, and he likes her immediately. Like,
no, seriously, it's supposed to be my first day. I just transferred from 232.
You're the new cashier.
I'm Amy.
Hey, sorry, I didn't. Nobody would believe because you don't look like you would.
It turns out that she has actually heard of Vince, so the other cashier that Zach always makes fun of.
Well,
and
Sarah, he is the fastest cashier in the Southwest, so...
Oh my God. Like, when they said that, they say it, I feel like that's a drinking game. Can we talk
every
about that?
time they say he's the fastest cashier, yeah.
Yes, every time they say he's the fastest cashier, you have to drink. And yeah, so Zach brings her around, and she takes a liking to him because they kind of have some things in common. And then Vince comes and swoops in and basically like takes her away on like a magic carpet.
Vince Downey? I've heard of you. You have the fastest hands in the Southwest. 8.9 pass through rate, huh?
Oh boy. Well, I guess my reputation has preceded me once again.
Zach does find her employee file, and that says apparently that she goes for the employee of the month. I don't know why that would ever be on somebody's employee file at a Costco. It seems strange.
Yeah, I think it was like assumed, right? I don't think it actually said she.
No, I think it did.
Oh,
I'm quite sure it did say it.
Because I think it was that she had transferred from the other store because she had a romantic falling out, and it just so happened that that guy also was the employee of the month. So Zach gets it in his mind that the only way to get with her, which is also ridiculous. This is like, oh, anyway. The only way to get with her is that he needs to become employee of the month, and so he is going to become employee of the month to get a date with her.
That's it. Just try a little harder, Zach. Apply yourself.
Try really hard. He actually goes and tries to talk to Amy one more time and asks her out. And Amy says, oh, no, I'm going for dinner with Vince. So Vince already got a date with Amy, and he brings her to a steakhouse. And while he's walking out, Zach pretends to be nice to him and steals his wallet so that when he goes to the date, he can't pay. This next part, like, I don't know if like what they do in this town, if they live in the world's smallest town, or like if there's literally nothing to do but go to the super club. But the waitress says, oh, you forgot your wallet. Don't worry about it. It's on the house for the fastest checker in the Southwest.
Well, Sarah, he's the fastest checker in the South. Have you ever worked at a grocery store?
No.
Wow, you just don't get it, eh?
Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me, deli counter man? Because that's where you work.
Hey, I did work at the deli counter.
I know.
2 different grocery stores I worked at the deli.
I know.
I am so...
well-versed in a meat machine.
Sarah. Whoa.
What's it called?
You are dumbing my job
Slicer?
down so much. Yes, it is a meat slicer, but I am not just well-versed. I am an expert at sandwich meats. Okay? The different varieties, the different cuts.
Did you have that on your resume? Ever?
No, I probably just put deli.
Okay.
What is the actual hierarchy at a grocery store, you think?
Oh, you know what? I don't know, because that's a really good question.
Because at this super club, they have a separate lunchroom for the cashiers.
Yeah, which is absurd.
Wait, you don't realize that
there is not a separate lunchroom.
You don't know about the separate lunchroom?
Stop it. There is not one. Okay, what's the hierarchy?
So I can tell you who's at the bottom.
Okay.
The produce department is pretty close to the bottom.
What?
Absolutely.
Really?
Those guys are high as
you know
all
what?
the time.
You're right, because one of my friends worked produce, and she was...
she probably sucked.
No,
they put all the people that sucked in the produce department.
She was great.
So she moved on to another department?
No. But she held that shit together.
Oh, right.
Because every other guy that she worked with, which was all guys, were terrible at their job. Okay, so after the date, Vince walks Amy to the door, and he drops her off at the door and is about to leave, and they have a kiss. The world's worst kiss. This was an awful kiss. This is where I saw that Jessica Simpson was not a good actress. Right here in this. She is so awkward. She doesn't know where to put her eyeballs. It's just really bad. The ick was real.
Where is she supposed to put her eyeballs?
I don't know, just better at acting, I think.
Like in terms of what she's looking at?
You could just tell she was really going by like the cues of what she was being told to do.
I got to rewatch this scene and watch her eyeballs and where she puts them.
Everyone's going to be watching her eyeballs.
Wow.
Okay, but the ick was real for this. Like,
oh yeah,
I like Dax Shepard. He is a little bit of a creep in this movie during this scene.
I mean, he's supposed to be, right? He plays it well. He plays the creep very well.
He plays it very well. He's a good actor, you know, like in terms of when you're looking at the two of them. So there's a few other things that happen, and Zach finally gets a gold star.
So Zach, it's kind of been for this part of the story, like Vince and Zach are going neck and neck trying to get Employee of the Month.
Yes.
Vince keeps on winning and winning. Sometimes due to dumb luck, and Zach's been up in the game until he does get a gold star.
Yeah, and Amy comes right up to him right after he gets that gold star and says, "Oh my God, we need to celebrate. Let's get drinks."
Do you remember what happens for him to get the gold star?
Yes, I do. It was actually one of the funnier scenes in the movie.
It's there's an old lady trying to purchase something at this super club. She is purchasing a coffin.
Yes.
She makes the joke that she's purchasing it for her husband. Can we just talk about the weirdest things that you can buy at a Costco?
Absolutely.
Because like in this movie as well, Zach comically puts Vince's car up for sale on one of the aisles.
Yes, this was one of my favorite scenes.
Oh, hilarious. On a personal level, my mother at one point said like, "Hey, I'm going to buy you a bed."
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, okay, well, here are a few furniture stores nearby.
Mattress.
A mattress. And she says, "No, we're not going to go to any of those. We're going to go to Costco." And I say, "Mom, that's remarkably absurd. There is for sure no mattresses at Costco." There are mattresses at Costco.
There are, yeah.
Why?
We all knew this.
That seems ridiculous to me. So I found a list of the strangest things that you can purchase at a Costco. Now, these are not available at every single Costco.
Well, yeah, every Costco's different.
Every Costco is different, but I think if you go online, you'll be able to find all these things. For example, engagement rings.
Oh, yeah, you can buy engagement rings.
You can definitely buy engagement rings at Costco.
That's intense. Like, that is, and it's right when you walk in, too.
It is right when you walk in, and apparently on their website, they have a $400,000 engagement ring.
That no one has bought.
Probably, because it's Costco.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You can, and we saw this demonstrated in this movie. You can buy eyeglasses at Costco, which I find wild.
Absolutely. They have a really inexpensive eyeglass shop.
A 6-person sauna. You can purchase an entire sauna at Costco.
Why have we not purchased this, Devin?
No, we love saunas.
Like legit, I love a good sauna.
The description reads, the almost heaven Fayette 6-person steam sauna is a standout, built with rustic red cedar and a tempered glass door. So look, you can look out at your backyard.
So again, I would like this.
There's a legitimate friggin' sauna.
How much is it?
I didn't look.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
You can purchase a wine station. It's a product that is essentially a soda fountain for alcohol.
That sounds great.
You open a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And then you hook it up to this device, much like a water fountain. It can keep 4 bottles on tap for 60 days.
That sounds so good.
That's wild, right? And you literally just hit a button and it dispenses the wine from the bottle.
It's like a Keurig for wine.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, these are really practical, useful things, Devin.
Well, you ready for the practical use of 7-pound tubs of Nutella?
No, I don't like Nutella.
You don't need 7 pounds of it?
No.
Okay.
At all, ever. 7 pounds of Nutella.
You can also get a kilo of caviar. I don't know if I'd trust caviar from Costco, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. There's an entire saxophone starting kit. It's $470.
I feel like I've seen a piano before.
Yeah, they do have pianos there. Yeah. Saxophone starter kit comes with a music stand, carrying case, mouthpiece, a reed, a neck
Oh my
strap.
God, a reed, stop it.
You get the reed with it too, and an alto saxophone.
I feel like I hope they would give extra reeds because I always used to break mine.
And finally,
Yeah.
do you know what the last thing on the list is?
I have no idea.
Caskets. You can actually, no word of a lie, you can purchase a casket.
Then it was probably an ode to like an original Costco.
That's what I'm getting at. They probably were like, hey, this actually exists, and it's weird.
I think that's hilarious.
Let's
you
make
know
a
what,
joke
though?
about it.
Caskets are really expensive.
Yeah, you know what? And we need a practical,
And yeah.
And hey, if you can buy 5 and get a deal at Costco, hell yeah, let's buy 5 caskets. Why not?
I can see the appeal to buy a casket at Costco because they are very expensive. So I mean, I'm for it. Don't buy me a casket though, okay?
You don't want a Costco casket?
Well, you could be cremated.
Oh, they have urns at Costco too.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. They do.
It's a one-stop shop, literally for everything. Grab
your grieving needs.
Grab your 7 pounds of Nutella. Yeah. It'll kill you, and then you could just go right into a casket and then right into an urn.
Let your husband know before you eat it, because we got Costco's, we got caskets, we got urns.
Yeah, you're gonna be drunk, full, and dead.
And then we got the saxophone for the music at your funeral.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. And everybody can take a nice sauna afterward because we can fit 6 people in there. So
there you go. So I will say that the date that Zach puts together for Amy is super cute.
Oh, really? I hated it.
Why?
It was the only part of the movie that I'm like, this is dumb. I don't like this.
Oh, wow. So this is like part of the movie that I was like, all right, this isn't excruciatingly bad.
So give your sell line on the date.
Well, I mean, I think it was cute that, like, obviously he doesn't have a car, which I don't actually know why he doesn't have a car. But anyway, he doesn't have a car. So they actually stay at the store and they have it outside the store. He puts up like this whole little cute thing, a picnic table, a nice romantic dinner. And then they have a date in the store. They take like little race cars and they do up and down the aisles. Love that. You get to see all of the products and then in the store, and then they go up to their secret clubhouse, like Zach and his friend's secret clubhouse, and then they listen to the wax guy, like the guy doing the waxing the floors, sing opera. Like it's a date and a show, like dinner and a show.
I think they had not enough money to shoot at a different location, so they're like, let's just do the date in the store too. It was just so like, we created this character of Vince who's like of Zach, who's just such like, not a loser, but he's just so lame. And it's like, oh, you're gonna take a girl on a date to the store she works at? Wow, that's exactly where I want to be. Like, somebody takes you on a date where you work? Like, no, I don't want to be here anymore.
But I mean, I don't know. You didn't think it was cute?
No, I didn't.
You thought her being brought to a steakhouse where like the waitress hits on you?
I thought like one element of the date being at the super club would be fun. All elements of the date, I'm like, come on, guy.
So Glenn, the store manager, calls an emergency meeting, and there's a problem because Checker 3 has passed away. This is Zach's opportunity to step the heck up. So he steps up and he gets his second gold star.
By just being a cashier.
Just being a cashier.
Here we go.
Stepping up, taking one for the team. And later that day, he runs into Amy at the grocery store with his grandmother, who he lives with.
I think it was to make Zach's character a little bit more likable because his grandma's cute. Like, remember The Wedding Singer? How Adam Sandler's character has, like, the funky grandma who's, like, got the meatballs and she keeps on making, like, balls jokes.
Yeah.
Hold on to my balls. I think it was kind of like that. Like, oh, like, it's a cute grandma character who's a little bit offside, or
probably because like she does say, "Oh, she's so good looking, like she's so hot." Oh
yeah,
my god, like
exactly.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Okay, grandma," giving her the hook. Like it's all very Adam Sandler did this 10 years ago kind of vibe, but like it's still kind of funny.
So the next day at work, I think Vince is now kind of on like a downward spiral.
Oh, he's spiraling, baby.
Yes. So he messes up while checking a woman out, and he does this thing where, if he can check somebody out in a minute, he doesn't have to pay for them. But if it doesn't work, then he has to pay, like basically the store would pay for it. He messes up and the store has to pay for a lady's checkout.
There's a moment here actually where he's trying to get that lightning in a bottle back.
Yes.
Zach's character has those friggin', you remember back in the 2000s, those wheelie shoes?
Yeah.
They had wheels on the heel and you could wheel around on them.
Yes.
So Zach's character can actually use those very successfully. Vince, to try to capture that energy, he gets some too. and he can't figure them out. He tries to sit down and have lunch with Amy. She pieces out because, like, deuces, you're kind of weird.
Okay, this is my best scene, though.
What?
So my best scene is the scene where Vince tries to finish Amy's sentences. So
yes, it's this scene, yeah.
Yes, Vince has, like, a buddy in the store. Jorge, yes. He tells Vince that, like, yeah, like, Zach and Amy hit it off so well is because they have so much in common. So much so that, like, they finish each other's sentences. And so Vince's like, oh my God, like, I need to finish this girl's sentences so that we're true soulmates. So this is the scene where he wheelies over, like, terribly, to where she's eating lunch and tries to finish her sentences. It is appallingly hilarious. Like, it is just so bad that it's quite funny. And at the end, she just, like, gets up because she's like, yeah, so, like, I'm done my lunch. Bye. And she just, like, leaves.
The wheelie shoes, I think, were one of the stupidest, most unrealistic products. I did not know. Did you know anybody who could actually use them properly?
No, not really. Like, no. Like, they weren't super well made anyway. Like, it's not like you could go down the street with them.
It's not, yeah. Can we do worst product and also fashion trends of the last, like, little bit? Because I think the wheelie shoes are friggin' stupid. Okay. I don't know how much Dane Cook actually worked on figuring out how to use them, because he is seen in multiple moments in this movie using them successfully, and I think, like, he must have taken months to figure that out because they sucked. Okay, on my list, colored tinted glasses.
Color tinted glasses.
Yeah, remember when, like, I think, like, Britney Spears had, like, blue tinted glasses?
Yes.
Some people would do, like, the red tinted glasses.
Some of those are actually for people, like, guys who are colorblind, though.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I know people who are not colorblind who wore them. So,
okay.
Yeah. As a fashion trend, they suck. As a practical thing to help somebody with something like that, 100%.
I think that's what they're for.
Yeah, Britney Spears did not have them for color blindness. I can guarantee it.
Yes, you're correct. Like, I mean, Britney Spears did not need blue-colored glasses. I understand. I get it.
I found the photo. I think her color-tinted glasses were actually purple.
Oh.
How about this? The velour tracksuits.
Oh, juicy.
And I was about to say the juicy short shorts.
Yeah.
Those juicy short shorts, they were so, like, looking back, that was a bad look, guys.
Or anything that had writing across the butt.
Yeah. Butt writing.
Why
was that a trend in the 2000s, butt writing?
I will say I did have a pair of sweatpants that said pink on the back. And everyone would always comment, because they were yellow, people would be like, those aren't pink, those are yellow. And I'm like, yeah. Clearly, you just read my ass. Like,
yeah.
That's kind of awkward. It's weird. Yeah.
It's also super uncomfortable that it says juicy on your ass. Like, that feels feels uncomfortable.
But I will tell you, Devin, silk and velour tracksuits are back in.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They just don't have writing on the ass.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
You know what? In the same vein, whale tails.
Whale tails? What are whale tails? Whale tails. Like to swim in? What are whale tails?
Okay, you know what a whale tail is?
No.
Well, I feel like we've talked about it on the pod before. It's like when your thong is just high enough that it peeks up over your jeans.
Oh my God, like a G-string.
Sure. So
I didn't know it was called a whale tail.
You see what looks like.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I did not know that it was called a whale tail.
That was
the
popular.
More you know.
Yeah, the more you know.
Like, yay.
And knowing is half the battle, Sarah. You're welcome.
I had no idea.
I'm so excited to teach you more things. Low-rise jeans you already know about.
Okay, and you know what? Low-rise jeans, I have heard, are trying to make a comeback. It's just like, it's no. Like, no. Please don't bring them back. They were awful.
How about wearing jeans?
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Under a dress.
Oh, that was a thing.
That was a thing. Mm-hmm. And how about this? Wearing T-shirts over a long sleeve shirt.
That was also a thing. And
why?
And wearing tank tops and over t-shirts.
Like,
That was a
why?
90s thing.
What were we doing, guys?
I don't know what we were doing. It's yeah. Did you ever eat the Rainbow Wonder Bread?
No.
They dyed it rainbow colors.
You know what would suck about that is that I'm pretty sure anytime I have something that has hardcore food coloring,
Yeah.
it
comes
goes in
out?
and comes out
Oh no.
with the same color scheme.
Oh, that's like eating beets.
So, like, did kids, like,
I don't know.
anybody who's had this Wonder Bread, let us know, did you poop rainbow as well?
Oh yeah. So like I mean I don't want to know that, but
I definitely want to know.
You want to know that? All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
all right.
for sure.
Ketchup.
Oh, the ketchup
colored
sucks.
ketchup.
Yeah, the green ketchup.
Yeah, like
Ugh.
we'd have hot dogs and
But I'm pretty sure
I
my
couldn't
poop
do
was
it.
green from the ketchup.
I want to buy some and then I want you to try it and then let us all know. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I don't want to see that or no.
Somebody listening must have had one of these products recently or remembers having weird poop. Because, like, my cousin makes a really good cupcake with a lot of
Okay.
food coloring.
And it comes out that color.
And it comes out, it's like,
You
oh my
have a
God.
very active digestive system. I
Or maybe an
guess.
unactive digestive system.
I don't know what that means.
It's like, no, that's fine.
So Vince has kind of said that he wants to kind of fight back, I guess, with Zach because Zach is getting more stars and is kind of encroaching on Vince's ability to win Employee of the Month. So they go. Amy and Zach go on another date, and while they're out on the date, Grandma is in bed, and Vince actually breaks into the house to change all the clocks in the house. First off, that's like really, really illegal. Also,
Judge Sarah's here. You think breaking and entering is illegal? Oh, okay.
A lot of time commitment and a lot of effort. Changes all the clocks so that he's late the next morning. Like they want him to be late for work the next morning because if you're late, you automatically are disqualified from Employee of the Month.
And Vince only needs one. He just needs one day.
Right.
And then he gets it. You know, it's funny. That's something that could never be done now.
Why?
Because, like, my alarm is on my iPhone.
Oh, yes.
You got to break into my iPhone? That's not possible. So, like, I'm going to wake up when my alarm goes off.
I mean, it's more difficult. Some people don't have passcodes on their phones. So.
Well, then those people are peasants and idiots.
Wow.
Who doesn't have a passcode on their phone?
Well, I don't know.
You are living life on the edge. I bet they don't have a phone case either.
They probably don't.
Just let that go snake free, eh?
So the next morning, Vince and Jorge are waiting for him to be late, and he honestly almost doesn't make it, except his friend checks him in for work.
Yeah, it was Iqbal who did it.
So that same day, or maybe a day, I don't know. It kind of, they don't specify which day, but Vince is ringing through a man's order, and it calls for a big item, and Vince radios the guy saying, "Oh, can you get the piece of shit Honda in aisle whatever?" And the guy says on the radio, "You need to come and see this." It turns out that it's his car. This was very close to my best scene as well because this was funny.
Amazing.
This was so funny because he says it and you don't quite get that it's his Honda yet, and then you see the ticket and you're like, "Oh my god, piece of shit Honda," and you're like, "Oh, this is his car."
So Zach got him and his friends probably to hoist the Honda up, put it on a shelf, and they listed it.
This is the best prank ever, I think.
And it's funny because the manager, Glenn, is like, "Well, listen, it has a station SKU number, so we got to sell it to him."
Yeah. Yeah, and otherwise he'll put in a complaint.
Yeah, he could put in a complaint, and then Vince doesn't win Employee of the Month.
Yeah, because that also automatically disqualifies you.
Which is
wild. Is ridiculous. God.
So he had to sell his car.
Yeah. Yeah, so he had to sell his car.
And this is actually starting to get to my best scene. My best scene is multiple scenes.
Okay.
They all kind of go together. It is Jorge and Vince.
Oh, yeah.
And their relationship.
Oh, okay.
It is much like a lover's quarrel because Vince had promised to sell his car to Jorge.
Yes.
And now the car's been sold. Vince is like, I couldn't have done anything else because I've got to win Employee of the Month. And they have a breakup over
They
this.
They do.
And then the arc continues. I'll jump in with the arc of Jorge and Vince as we continue, but
yeah, so they have this I guess store-wide, or not store-wide, sorry, this super club softball game. So all the super clubs come and they play softball, and Or, yeah, all the types of Costco's anyway.
Which totally happens, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Does it?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, really?
No. Walmart is like, you know what? Home Depot, I'm gonna take your shit
We're
down,
gonna
bro.
get you.
Yeah.
But Zach is supposed to actually work for...
Iqbal.
Iqbal,
Iqbal needed
yeah.
somebody to cover because he has like a ton of kids, which is
Yeah.
kind of like a weird subplot that they just shoehorn in there occasionally.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be funny, but I don't really find it. Anyway,
Yeah. But he's supposed to be covering his electronics department, is what it looks like. So Zach covers for a bit.
Yeah,
But then
and-
eventually he does go to the game.
Yeah, and he plays his little heart out, gets the team to play as a team, and back at the store, the electronics area is having a sale, and so it's swamped. And his buddy gets fired for it.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to cover. And he kind of is an asshole about it. He's like, well, like, I really wanted to play, and I really need this, and like, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, the guy lost his job.
There is a subplot as well with Zach and his three friends, Dirk, Russell, and Iqbal, that like they're kind of also the slackers, and they're all slacker friends together, and they're kind of crappy at what they do. And those relationships are now kind of like they don't really want anything to do with them.
Yeah, their relationship is definitely fractured.
So Zach and all of the tryhards from the baseball game, they go out to this steakhouse with the regional manager and with Glenn. As well, the three friends are also there, Russell, Dirk, and Iqbal. It's funny because Zach tries to like, hey guys, water under the bridge, like, are we cool? And one of them says to him, he turns to him, and he's like, listen, man, you're like the drummer from REO Speedwagon. Nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
Which I thought, hilarious line. And it really, you got to think about it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you did.
Brian Hitt, by the way. Hitt with two T's. That's the current drummer
my
for
God.
REO Speedwagon. So I thought, let's play a game. Because this is a funny concept to me.
I love it.
It's the nobody knows who you are drummers.
Okay. Which I'm not going to be good at this game.
No. So I've got the list.
Okay.
And I'm going to start at the most iconic drummers, and we're going to slowly get more and more obscure until we hit the line of, and now nobody else knows who these people are.
Oh, my God. Okay. Yep.
Starting with Ringo Starr, of course.
Yes. Okay. I know who Ringo Starr is.
The drummer of
Beatles.
Travis Barker.
Blink 182.
Dave Grohl.
Finger 11?
What? Sarah, shut the f*** up.
Finger 11 a band?
Yes, Finger 11's a band.
Okay, Finger 11 is a band. I wasn't 100% sure if they were a band.
You know what? This one you do know, because he's the lead singer of the Foo Fighters.
Okay, the Foo Fighters.
But he was the drummer of Nirvana.
Oh, you know what? That's really embarrassing. Because
It's a little embarrassing.
Because I actually did know that.
Yeah. And you said Finger
I know.
11.
Like, me. Because that was bad.
Oh my
Because I
God, that
do
was really
actually
bad.
know. I do know that he was. I do know him, and I do know that he was the drummer of Nirvana.
Maybe we're going to get to this point sooner rather than later. Phil Collins, he's a singer, but he was also the drummer
I do
of...
know this too. I do know this too. Oh, no. I know this.
He's the drummer of Genesis.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
They just were on tour.
You know what? Let me rapid fire the next ones that. So I thought like up to Phil Collins would be these are the easy gettables.
Yes.
And then after that is the you might get 'ems. So let me just hit you with a bunch of names.
Okay.
Chad Smith.
No.
Tommy Lee.
I know who Tommy Lee is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he do the dick pic last week?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I can't remember where it's from.
Yes. He also had sex with Pamela Anderson, and that was the sex tape that
Right.
happened.
I don't actually remember what band he was from,
Okay,
though.
but you know Tommy Lee?
Yes.
Okay, we'll call that a 0.5.
All right.
Keith Moon.
No. Can you say them for everybody else?
Oh, yeah. Keith Moon is from The Who.
Okay.
Chad Smith, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
He also looks like Will Ferrell. So they have a few skits where they're like...
That's amazing.
Yeah. They did a drum off on
my
like Jimmy
God.
Fallon because they look the exact same. It's hilarious.
Oh my God, I love this. Okay, I'm going to Google it after. Yeah, that sucked.
So the line, apparently, is Phil Collins and Dave Grohl.
You're welcome. Well, I like songs and I like bands, but I don't put the two of them together, or like the singers or the drummers.
So if you want to recreate
Musicians.
this joke, you can sub in any band you want. You're like the
Yes.
drummer of Queen. Nobody even knows who you are.
Yeah, that would be
There you go.
that's a good comeback, or a good insult.
And then the person's like, I actually don't know who the drummer
Yeah.
of Queen is. So back to what's happening in that restaurant. the three guys who were formerly Zach's friends and him, they're getting into a little argument. And one of them takes a shot and is like, you're only trying to be employee of the month so you can bag Amy.
Ruthless.
She overhears this. And here's where we get the classic rom-com split near the end of the movie where she's like, I can't believe you. You're just like every other employee of the month. It's a very strange.
Which is like ridiculous. And it's like, okay, so you do go for employees of the month, but whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of, man, you know what? Dane Cook has this thing for going after the perpetually innocent, naive, not a whole lot going on female lead character.
Yeah.
Like Jessica Alba was like literally a Penguin exhibit manager who had bad luck. That's her entire story.
You are so right. Like, and who's kind of a ditz.
Yeah, Jessica Simpson is a cashier who worked at another store and liked the employee of the month at the old store.
Yeah.
That's all we know about her.
Yes, yeah.
There's no backstory.
They don't dive into her background whatsoever.
No.
Which is unfortunate that they didn't give Jessica Simpson like maybe a...
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Maybe a little bit more, you know?
So Zach is upset by this, and he decides to quit his job. He's out of the Employee of the Month race, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like he's over it.
He's being a sad sack.
He is. He's having a sad montage.
He got Iqbal fired. Amy doesn't like him anymore. I'm done. I'm done with Super Club.
It's absurd. Like the next, minute and a half of just him about being mopey.
Kind of inexplicably, he has a change of heart. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to win Employee of the Month, not for Amy or not for any of those people. I'm going to do it for me because I'm going to have pride in my work or some shit like that.
Yeah. Let's bounce back and
the
make
friend
it happen.
group all takes him back in. They're like, yeah, you know what? You're right. We got your back, man. So they go back into Super Club after he just fired, but the paperwork wasn't done yet.
Right.
So he can still, the entire movie has been culminating in this check-off challenge or whatever.
Yes, yeah, because they're tied.
Yeah, Vince, Zach tied for as many days with a star.
I want you to know something. I'm willing to fight to save our relationship. I hope you are too, because I love you. Face. If you'll excuse me, I have to go defend your honor.
So we're gonna do a checkout challenge to see how fast somebody can check all this shit out. It is pretty fun.
It is. I must say, this scene was fun. I will give it that. I kind of enjoyed this a lot.
And at this point, by the way, Vince and Jorge.
I'll come back in one condition.
Name it.
You give me full access to the cashier's lounge.
Done.
And Vince actually wins the checkoff challenge against Zach. He beats him by 0.5 of a second.
Yeah.
So then we go to this awards gala.
The awards gala. Can we talk about the awards gala for checkoff?
Also something that happens at normal grocery stores. Yeah, all the
for
time.
Employee of the Month. I couldn't get out. I was like,
very
really?
accurate. So at this awards gala, they are announcing that Vince is
the winner.
The 18th Employee of the Month in a row. He's going to win the car. He's going to win all the fixins. Until, and this is a character we haven't really talked about at all.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The security guard.
Yeah, Semi.
Who's kind of a strange character. They give the impression that he's not necessarily very intellectual. He brings to everybody's attention, hey, watch the tape from the checkoff challenge or whatever they're calling it.
Right.
Turns out this whole time, Vince has been sliding product behind his back so as to check people out quicker. And he did it at the checkoff challenge against Zach. So then now everybody's realized, one, he's been giving away free shit the entire time he's worked here.
Which is brutal.
He is not the fastest checker in the Southwest, Sarah.
He is not.
And the actual winner of the checkoff challenge and new Employee of the Month would be Zach Bradley.
Yes.
Everything happens just like a classic cliche romantic comedy.
Does it ever?
He wins all the stuff. Amy inexplicably has welcomed him back.
Well, he doesn't win the car because technically you only win the car when you get 18 months.
Right, but he wins the girl.
He does win the girl.
Which, like, this whole time, the whole shtick is, like, she only dates employees of the month, and then she's like, you know what, I don't, that's a lie, and all you employee of the months are the same. He wins employee of the month, and she's like, you know what, I do like you.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And I was like...
I thought this was this was what we were working against? I don't know.
Exactly. Like, it's almost like he should have lost, and then she should have wanted to date him, and then that would have proved that she wasn't shallow, because all this proves is that she's super shallow and that he won employee of the month to date her, which is exactly like, it's just the premise of the movie is just so silly.
It's just not very fulfilling.
It's not deep. It's not deep.
No, it's not deep.
At all.
Deep. But that's basically our movie of employee of the month.
Yes. So I have some crazy Costco stories that I want to share from Reddit.
Oh, let's do it.
I thought they were pretty funny. They kind of write them in first person, so I'll just kind of go off that. While cashiering, I noticed out of the corner of my eye a middle-aged woman run her index finger through some condensation on the conveyor belt and then putting her finger in her mouth.
Ooh!
Whoa! I turned to her and said, "Did you just do what I thought you did?" And she said yes, while smiling from ear to ear. I then asked her, why did she do that? And she replied, I wanted to know what it was. It was condensation.
Condensation?
Yeah. It was condensation from some meat that hadn't been cleaned up yet. You can't write this stuff.
What? Yo, that person? Okay. What's that show again? Hoarders, where, like, you know, people go into the house and you're always like, ooh, what's gonna be in this weird ass house? And there's like jars of piss or whatever.
Yeah.
This lady, I don't know in what capacity she's been on the show.
Yeah.
She 100% has been on the show. She put her finger, she licked condensation from meat.
Well, she just licked the condensation to find out what it was, and it just so happened, like, the guy was like, oh,
it's condensation.
Pretty sure it's condensation from meat. Yeah.
It's a naturally occurring thing that happens on planet Earth.
So
often.
gross. So
Wow.
gross. And she could have gotten really sick from that.
Yeah.
I was 6 months pregnant and I was folding clothes. I had just finished the baby table when this member started literally tossing the clothes I had just folded all around. I walked up and asked her if I could help. She said she was looking for a size and I quickly found it. I held it up and I mentioned how cute it was and that I should probably start buying them for my soon-to-be baby. She leaned over, looked me up and down and said, well, how about that? You are pregnant. I thought you were just fat.
Whoa!
And walked away.
Oh, wow. That's horrible.
Ruthless.
That is a Karen.
It is.
I don't even know what they look like, but they are a Karen.
When I was a refunds clerk, I had some memorable stories where this one was my favorite. I had this mid to late 20s girl come up. She was wearing a big sun hat, dark sunglasses, and was holding a bottle of wine. I did the, hello, can I help you spiel? And then I noticed it. The wine bottle was empty. I asked why she returned it, and she said it gave her a killer headache. She had the receipt taped onto it. I glanced at the date. She bought it less than 24 hours before. I smiled and fake sympathized and gave her $10 back. 20 minutes later, she walked out with the same brand.
Yeah, I love it. That's the kind of energy we need in the world. This is not a bad Costco story. That's a great Costco win.
It's hilarious.
She literally got hammered on a bottle of wine, returned it to Costco, and bought the same one again.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Quick facts. Afraid that Dax Shepard and Dane Cook resembled each other too much, movie execs asked Shepard to go blonde. The store the movie was filmed in is a Costco in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Dane Cook would later wear his Super Club hat in Good Luck Chuck.
Oh, funny.
Dane Cook is also a die-hard Boston Red Sox fan. In the movie, when Super Club is playing Maxi Mart in the baseball game, Super Club is in red in honor of the Sox and Maxi Mart is in gray and blue in honor of the Yankees. This is the play on the famous rivalry. Even though all of the signage is removed from the store being a Costco, Costco's brand Kirkland Signature can still be seen on some of the products and signs. After Zach makes fun of Vince when he asks if Amy's last name is Nordic, Vince says, oh, he's quick with a joke or to lighten up your smoke, which is a line from Billy Joel's song Piano Man. Eva Longoria appeared as a Super Club employee named Lily in a scene as an alternate opening deleted scene from the theatrical release. The scene is found in the special features section of the DVD. In the Steaksmiths scene, Harland Williams says that Dane Cook is just like the drummer from REO Speedwagon, while their song Can't Fight This Feeling plays in the background.
Funny.
At one point after Zach tells Vince he has a date with Amy, Vince gives the Sufi Superfinger, a hand gesture which happens to be Dane Cook's signature sign for his stand-up. Vince yells, "This is an 81 Honda, how dare you?" Car aficionados say that Vince's car was actually an 82-83 Honda Civic, based on the grille, headlights, and other small interior features. The movie Zach and Amy watch on their date inside Super Club is The Princess Bride. Employee of the Month and the movie Waiting share the same universe.
So wait, Dane Cook was a line chef in that, a line cook.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So
I don't know how
then...
they share the same universe, but they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm,
All right. I won't think too hard about it.
Yeah, don't think too hard. I think that's the point. Don't think too hard. If Vince really had been giving away free stuff as shown in the movie, it makes his ringing speed even more impressive, as items not scanned through the register don't count towards a cashier's items per minute. Also, it's interesting how the store disqualifies employees over a customer complaint, but not for grand theft, which would have been easy to do if they actually watched the store videos, fingerprinting, and any record checking and all that stuff. Rusty states that only 4 people know about their clubhouse. However, this is untrue for 2 reasons. Reason 1, Pete has to raise them to the platform where the clubhouse is located. And the second is because, unbeknownst to Rusty, Zach took Amy there on their date. On the Employee of the Month calendar, only Vince and Zach get stars. At the end of the month, they both have 15, showing that they worked at least 15 days in the month. Jessica Simpson appeared in The Dukes of Hazzard in 2005, and Harland Williams appeared in The Dukes of Hazzard: The Beginning in 2007.
Honorable mentions.
I have no real honorable mentions for this movie.
Jorge.
Efren
Ramirez. What happened to him?
I know. He was so good in Napoleon Dynamite.
And to be fair, he does kind of do very similar roles, so maybe they were like, this was funny like 3 or 4 times, but like, can you mix it up? And maybe he was like, no. But he was so funny in this movie.
What happened to him? I mean, it's been a long time. This was in 2006.
Okay, did some quick Googling. You will not believe this, Sarah.
Okay, I can't wait.
So he has still been doing things. He's actually going to be in Lightyear.
Oh, cool.
The animated
Love it.
Toy Story prequel, I guess.
Yep.
As Airman Diaz. But
cool.
Ramirez is also a popular DJ who has performed worldwide
right now,
toured in over 50 cities across 5 continents. His production company is Nocturnal Rampage.
Wow.
There it is.
I've never heard of that. Never heard of him as a DJ. I'm interested to see if he's good.
Any of our listeners from the Austin area, he actually has a recurring rave event every summer in Austin, Texas.
Wow.
Nocturnal Rampage.
Floored. That's hilarious.
Great friggin' name. What should have been?
I actually don't think Amy and Zach should have ended up together.
Wow, I like it. Okay.
I think they were together for the wrong reasons in the end. And I almost think it would have been better if they would have just been friends.
Okay, I like that too.
Or yeah. Or like the opposite, like what, or not the opposite, but what I said earlier, where like he should have lost and then she should have still asked him out and been like, I want to be with you kind of thing. Like, because they just fulfilled exactly what they were accused of doing.
Yeah, we had some character growth, we thought, and then everybody at the end was like, no, we're just still the same people we thought we were.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
She's still going to go for the Employee of the Month.
It was stupid.
What should have been is that I think we should have had a more likable actor play the main role. There's something about Dane Cook where he plays the good guy, but I don't actually really love him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think a Ryan Reynolds or a Ryan Gosling around the same era could have done the sharp, sarcastic, and dry.
Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No.
Come on, Sarah.
No.
Gosling.
No, because he's too good.
When did The Notebook come out? He's too good for this?
I think The Notebook came out in 2003.
Right, so you would have been coming off that?
No.
Do a little comedy role here?
No, because it's not a good movie.
I think it would have elevated it.
Nah.
But it's also not a bad movie, Sarah.
It's not great, though.
Overall rewatchability.
Okay, so my rewatchability is as follows. Chemistry 2, Storyline 2, There's Factor 2, Imagination 2, Soundtrack 2, Cheese 2, for an overall score of 2 out of 5.
Sorry. Off the air, you just asked me, how do I do this calculation? Do I just add it all up and divide it by 6?
Yeah.
All of them were 2.
Yeah.
So then you didn't need to do any math. The average is 2.
Well, I didn't know that. I'm really bad at math. Don't hate me.
Oh my God, Sarah.
What?
Oh.
I don't understand how that would have been the average, but that's fine.
My rewatchability is Chemistry 3, Storyline 2.5, Thirst Factor 3, Jessica Simpson's hot. It is what it is.
Oh, God.
Imagination 2, Soundtrack 2.3, Cheese 2.6 for an overall score of 2.56.
Wow. That's high. I mean, that's not too high, though.
It's exactly
okay.
in the middle of the road.
Right.
It is an acceptable airplane movie, is how I'm framing it. This has been the Rom-Com Rewind of Employee of the Month. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, StingrayPodcast.com, throw us a follow, listen to some of our more of our episodes. And you can always reach out on TikTok, Instagram, at Rom-Com Rewind.
Thanks for listening.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No